What is today, guys? What is today? I mean, days run together, except for there was a significance today because I was making a statement. But with all the things going on, sometimes it's easy to forget. But I'm waiting for everybody to get in here. Sometimes, the best way to deal with stress is to do something that you like, a hobby you like. And music right here is part of me. It's part of me. It's part of venting out, right? Why vent out on social media? Why vent out on YouTube? I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to dump it on you guys. So what do? I play music. I work out. I jog. I exercise. I try to stay positive for the sake of my health and for the sake of you guys, because you guys are amazing. I love all of you, and I'm working on things here. I got all this stuff here it's fun, and I don't know. It's I was starting to doubt myself because I'm thinking, why did I jump and make this investment? I'm losing money doing this. This is a big mistake. Am I going to get a return on it? And my plan is, if it doesn't work out, I bring it all back. I have 60 days to return this stuff. 60 days. So that means I have 60 days from when I got it. So I have 60 days to redeem myself, to see where it goes, to see if it works. So I don't feel like this is such a big risk. The only thing I got to pay is shipping it back. So I lose the money in shipping. But I look at it this way. With a return policy that I have on this equipment, I feel like put it on the card. If things don't work out, guess what? If it doesn't work out and I don't find a way to turn this musical hobby into just a stream of revenue, because I have a lot of hopes in this. I am putting a lot of hope into this. I can always bring it back. That's the good thing. But I want to tell you what happened, which really got me going. But just to start off, let me just do a little fun with this. I'll start hitting some things on here, like, isn't this cool? Like, right? You have a little fun with it. You can hit this thing here and start going like. Fun to toy right there. Woo! The things I got to do to try to get rid of stress. I don't know. What you got to do? But anyway, I want to let you guys know what the hell's going on. Holy crap. I don't understand what's wrong with people. Do people just have, like, stupid in their brain? Oh. I'm not going to be that YouTuber that's going to cry about, oh my gosh, thousands of dollars of stuff was stolen. They smashed the window on my Tesla. They stole everything. I am not going to be that whiny person. Okay? I have to blame myself because I should have covered some things up instead of it being in plain sight, but I have tinted windows, and I automatically default to, well, the windows are tinted. No one's really going to see inside. I didn't think about the possibility of someone seeing from the front where the windshield is and looking into the car from the front. And then knowing what side things are sitting on, and then going to that window and then smashing it and then taking what they want and leave. Okay? There used to be a camera sitting right here. A big one. A really big one I was doing my live streams with, okay? I went out to do some exploring today. Because that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to record some stuff. That's me. That camera cost over $4,000. Not including the lens that was attached to it. Where is it now? Some dumbass who's been caught on Tesla cam So when this person gets identified, hopefully somebody will recognize this person, and then that's it. Hopefully my stuff gets recovered. Because it's not only the camera, they had also taken other stuff that I had sitting there, because I had stuff that I had bought from the store I was using to hook up stuff in here, okay? And it aggravates the hell out of me that now it's like I'm missing stuff for here. All right, I went to the music store. It's like I went to record some stuff, stopped in the music store. I got some stuff. I had to get some more MIDI cables. And then, of course, I wanted to get just a little sequencer, a little small sequencer they had that was consignment there. It was only like $65, but I'm not whining about that. I mean, it was regularly like $300, but it was consignment. So now if I go to find the exact one, it's going to be hard to find the same thing. So it's going to cost more. So I say I probably have over $5,000 worth of shit stolen out of my Tesla. And I'm afraid to file a claim with the insurance for this stuff. That's how things go. But when you have a report, it's like, do you file with your insurance? Do you wait to see if stuff gets recovered? And take it from there? Because, you know, guess what happens to your insurance, your car insurance rates, when you file? They go up high. You end up being charged more. So, especially if you have homeowners, because some things are covered under homeowners, especially if you have personal belongings in a vehicle. Depends on what kind of insurance you have. That covers the damage to the vehicle, and any losses can be covered under another policy. So, you know, I had some, I got some estimates, and it's going to cost anywhere between $350 to $1,200 to replace a freaking window on a Tesla. And it's not even a windshield. What the heck? It's a passenger window. But hey, this is Bobby here, and I'm going to be positive. What the hell is that noise? I'm not going to be negative, but I wanted to be as transparent with you guys to let you know what's happening. What the hell is that? I just want to be as transparent as I can, let you know what's going on in my life. Things have been busy. I was actually going to upload some really interesting content today, or this evening. But all that stuff is on that camera. Because I went exploring some place. There is a place that is known to be haunted, okay? And this was a good hour and a half drive from here. And I wanted to be able to share. Look, the time says 9/11. 9/11. What the heck? Of all the times, that's like an emergency number. I wanted to be able to share some stuff with you, so I'm hoping to God that this stuff gets recovered, because the kind of footage that I have is priceless. I mean, the camera, yeah, it's expensive, and I'm you know, mad, but I'm not going to sit here and whine. I'm not going to be, like I said, I'm not going to be that YouTuber crybaby. Just ain't doing it, guys. You guys mean too much. I don't want to dump this crap on you. But anyway, as far as that goes, like, I do have a backup camera, and I did share some stuff that I did record some stuff on my iPhone as well, because, you know, I wanted to use the bigger camera for more higher quality recording. And then I use my iPhone for just when I don't want to draw too much attention, because, you know, once I go to a certain area where there's more people, I'm like, okay, the camera gets back in the bag. You know, I'm just not gonna, I don't know. It's a sense of awkwardness when I'm around people and I got a big camera. It's just, I feel uncomfortable. I guess I never used to feel that way. I think because my feelings of YouTube changed, and I start to feel judged in a way, but hey, that's just me. I'm just being honest with you guys about how I feel about it. But let me see who's out here in the live stream. We have 87 people out here. I know we can get more people in here. Let's see, people could be so, I know, people are so freaking cruel. And, all right. I don't know. I gotta shut lights. I'm trying to conserve energy. You know, we got lights on all over the place. Lights going on. It's freaking cold in here. I know I don't have the air on as much, you know what I mean? I try to keep the air off a little bit, you know, like down, like not too high. I can't even look at the Tesla right now. I can't look at it. Just looking at it, I just can't. I cannot get myself to look at it. I don't even want to look at it. I don't. But I drove back that way. And it's like, what if it rains? Now I gotta get rain in there. Like, it really sucks. Like, I gotta, this, when my Tesla, it's just, I call it a Tesla because it's unique. It's unique because Elon Musk has come up with an interesting car, a very interesting car. Sorry about the camera. Yeah, actually, I'll show you what the hell it looks like. You want to see what happens when you have a damaged, broken window because some idiots smashed on the. It's almost like they tried to get the windshield. They couldn't break the windshield, so they go ahead and go for the window, the passenger window. Like, sure, you can break the windshield. I got like marks on the windshield. I got a broken window. This is what I'm dealing with, people, right here. Turn this darn thing around. See what the hell I'm talking about. Right here. Can I turn the camera around a little bit? All right. This is what's going on. I don't know if somebody tried to smash, to do whatever they did there. That's all. All right. Go on the inside there. That's the inside, what it looks like on the inside. All right, that's what I'm dealing with. Just, what the hell? I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to dump this on you guys. You guys are amazing. I don't want to dump it on you. But that's just the way it is. Being transparent. I probably shouldn't have brought attention to this. I do have Tesla cam footage. I feel like exposing this person on social media, but I'll think about it. I'm trying to be the better person. I just want my stuff back. I want an apology. I want my stuff back. I don't want to have rate increases on my insurance. I don't need all that stuff. I just want my stuff back. That's it. I just want my stuff back. Maybe the person paid for the damage to the window. Like, paid freaking. You know how that is. Woo! All right, guys. So anyway, I got a lot of plans when it comes to content, when it comes to music. Let me know if you think that I'm taking a big chance. Like I said, there's a good return policy on that equipment, and especially now, like a lot of these places have extended return policies because of the holidays. I mean, you can bring stuff back into the new year, which is amazing. So, is it really that much of a risk, me spending money into equipment, putting it on my card, and if I don't have, say I don't make any money doing music, I only have like maybe by then worry about one credit card payment, and then it gets returned, and it all goes back on the cards, and you know what I'm saying? If there wasn't a good return policy, I wouldn't have taken this chance. That's the only reason why I took this chance, because I know that I can always return it if it doesn't work out. And I could just be happy with my old keyboard that I have, because it's not like I need something fancy. But when it comes to making music and making money with music, I need something I'm able to, create a more relevant kind of, music, something more upbeat, something more modern, something that I can actually record and put onto MP3s or WAV files and offer it, and I could do it on the fly this way. So I feel like this was a chancy investment, but like I said, I can return it right back to the store. Those days where there used to be a time where I would buy something like that for, trying to try a different avenue of business, because it was always like, let me just see if I can try this and see what kind of revenue I can get out of it, right? But if it didn't work out, I ended up just putting it in storage in a back room somewhere in the house, and it would just sit there, or it would just sit in a room and not be used. And I was like, okay, well, it didn't work out. I can't do that anymore. It's like, if it doesn't work out, I just bring it right back to the store. Return policies. No restocking fee. Perfect. No restocking. That applies if it's brought back in the same condition that it was. If I bring it back in the same condition, no restocking. But if I if there's obvious wear and tear, then there's a restocking fee. But me, I'm like, No, 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 no. Don't go. Don't bring that coffee near that keyboard. No, no, no. Don't you dare go sit and don't die. The thing is getting scratched. No, that's me. That's me. I'm not let anything happen to it. I'll be like very protective of it for within the time frame of the return window. The return window. It's like I am not gonna let anything happen to it during that time where I can bring it back. So if I got some music that works out and I see that is making more money than my credit card payments, if that money is more than my credit card payments a month, then I will hold on to it because I know that it can only get better from that point. And if it doesn't work out, you can see Bobby. Bobby's gonna be shipping it right back. Bobby going to be shipping it right back to the store and stuff. Okay, didn't work out. Let me see what else I can try. Because I'm not going out there right now working with people with COVID running rampant. Because I have family members that are very vulnerable that can end up critically ill and in the hospital if they were exposed to this crap out there. So I am not being that person. So whatever it is that I need to do, it has to be away from people. I'll do electrical work, but I'm going to only do it in a place that no one else is at. And that's how it's been in the recent months. I helped out my friend Omar. I did electrical work there, but when I did with the company, I had a place, basically a whole section by myself. Nobody was within, I'd say, 100 feet of me, so I don't have to worry about that. I'll be damned if I can be working in retail around people where people are just coming and going. And I'm not going to get into the whole, this whole pandemic thing, but like I said, when there's something you don't really know much about other than what you hear on the news and what you hear from medical research, and you have family members who can be very sick just from catching the flu, you really just don't want to take that chance. I'm not the one to make decisions for my family. I'm not going to put their lives in danger, because I make a choice, that kind of puts them in a situation. It's like, that's not right. I don't want to do that. So I got to make this work while staying in my comfort zone so that I can not cause any big severe risks for my family. So that's me. I will always look out for my family. Family is number one. Family comes before anything. It's like, my family means the world to me. My kids mean the world to me. I live for them. If they weren't here, I feel like it's pointless. I live my life. Anything happens, all right, well, at least, I tried. But I'm not going to give up because my kids need me. My family needs me. And I'm going to do what I can. We're all going through these hard times. And so I want to make interesting content. And I was so close to sharing my content with that new, it's not a new camera. I bought it I think 3-4 years ago. Yeah, 3-4 years ago. But that thing was expensive. But that was me. That was my different version of me. That was myself that could buy those things and not worry about it. Oh, whatever. But it ain't the same anymore. We go through these phases in life. Half the stuff I've already had. I've had that keyboard forever. I mean, that one back there, I've had that freaking, God knows how many years, over, probably since 2011, I think I had that one back there. I've had that, some of the stuff I've had for a while, just, this is new and the other thing there is new. That's pretty much, and that's pretty much it. I mean, speakers, I had some stuff laying around. I just put some stuff together. I was just trying to be cost effective, repurpose some things. This is what I did, a lot of repurposing. Just had lights that I repurposed. Those were camera lights. I used those for the, when I was doing live streaming, I decided to just add colored bulbs that I had laying around because I had bought these colored bulbs. I think it was a couple years ago. I wanted to get red bulbs because I wanted to have red bulbs at nighttime so that it would help me with my blue blockers. And then I'd get one of those black lights just for the heck of it. That was a while, a couple years ago. And now they're being put to use in here. It adds a little color, And I had that for Halloween a couple of years back. It was just like a spider web thing. Supposed to make like spider web lights. So that was something I repurposed. So a lot of stuff in here is repurposed. The only thing new is the keyboard and the that right there, the the MPC. Yeah, it makes all kinds of. That's where you can make music production right there between the both of them. So both of them have a good return policy. Like I said, doesn't work out, bring it right back, and I'll be less stressed really, because I only did this because I was stressed. So I was like, well, I need to make money. But since I can return it, I ain't worried. We'll just take one day at a time. One day at a time. It's like you gotta live life, right? Take it a day at a time. Live for now. Don't stress too much about the future. I learned my lessons. And you guys are amazing, and I don't want to stress any of you out, but what would you do if somebody like smashed your window in your car? And to top it, it's a Tesla, right? So I have my car payments are like freaking. I'm not even gonna get into it, but I'll just say it's over $500 a month. But it's the idea. It's the idea that somebody has the nerve to come to my property when I am out. Because I had left my camera and stuff in there because, of course, I like to have my time to just do my exercise, do my steps, then do my content recording. And I had recorded what I needed. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I need a break. I need to just do some walking. And you think when you go to a park and you park your car, you think the park is a good place. You park your car there. You don't expect somebody in the park to take advantage of the situation and look in your window and say, oh, what do we got? A bag. It's not like, yeah, it looked like an obvious camera bag, but it was a black bag inside a car with black interior with tinted windows. I figured nobody would have even noticed it. Nobody would have noticed it. But apparently they noticed it because now it looks like they try to do something right there. Almost like it's ready to smash the windshield, and then boom. Now that's basically what is going on in the car. Or yeah, that's the inside. See, the windows are tinted, so you can't see anything inside. You know what I'm saying? You can't see anything inside. But yeah, if you go there, you can see, because this is not tinted. Okay, that's not tinted, but this is tinted. So I'm thinking, ain't nobody gonna see anything. Ain't nobody gonna see. But I wasn't thinking too much into it. I was like, I guess I got so focused on getting my steps. I'm like, you know what? I got to get my steps. I gotta just walk. And that was what I ended up doing. I had my water bottle with me. I was doing a lot of stepping, getting my exercise. And it was kind of chilly. I mean, it was a chilly day today. I'm used to being in Florida this time of year. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be in Florida because it's too expensive. This year I am not going to be, the only time I was in Florida was when I was helping my friend Omar out. But other than that, a couple of business things that I had going on there. But yeah, until this house sells again properly, because I am not doing that whole lease purchase crap anymore. Get out of this situation. We're gonna, I have big plans. I do. I have big plans. And I don't think I'm going to be alone. I don't think I'm going to be alone anymore. I think I might have someone in my life to keep me company. But that'll be another thing for another time. I might not even talk about that because some things are just personal. I'd rather not even get into online. You know what I mean? Maybe until after the fact, until it's done and over with, because I don't want to jinx any. It's like this. I have friends, and maybe I'll do one of these what do you call it, rental situations. Maybe I'll have a friend of mine, rent a room or something. You know what I mean? I got some friends that might want to come this way and stay. I was thinking about doing an Airbnb, like thing, but with COVID and everything, I don't know, like somebody in the room, like coming and going, don't know where the hell they've been. But I was trying to think of ways to like, kind of help with the bills here, and I'm like, you know what? If I don't get any reasonable offers, and I was thinking that I got some friends. I don't know how serious they are about it, but one of them is like, they're all the way freaking Vermont, and they're like, well, I just want to get out of here, like I just want to go further south, maybe southwest somewhere. Like, well, you know, yeah, I guess it crossed my mind, but we'll see what happens. We will see, you know. And another thing, I might have a family member, you know, like I said, there might be a family member that's going to move in, and they're going to need my help because they have some physical limitations because of a health condition. So that might be another thing where I won't be alone. So that's a whole other thing, which, like I said, some things I just rather not get into. I don't know. I don't want to like. I feel awkward because I feel like I'm bringing other people into it. You know, like it's kind of like, like you throwing somebody into the spotlight that may not want to be thrown into the spotlight. You know what I mean? Like, so just gotta be careful. And why am I walking around the house? So, I read comments. Some people are like, why are you walking around the house? You're just showing off your house. I'm like, yeah. Do you guys know me to sit still? Do you know for me to sit still? Look, me walking in the park cost me to have my Tesla broken into and my stuff stolen because I can't sit still. There's no way that I could, when I did those live streams behind a green screen, sitting down, that took a lot out of me. I can't do it. I gotta constantly be walking. And I always feel like when it comes to YouTube, like, I'm gonna walk everywhere, even if I have to go to the bathroom. Except for I pretty much will leave the phone laying outside the bathroom while I use it. But I'm just saying, I cannot sit still. I'm constantly moving, and I always feel psychologically that people's attention span is not like if you're watching somebody with the same background. If I'm just standing here like this, behind with like this the whole time. If I'm just talking and this is what you see the whole time behind me, it kind of maybe gets a little boring. But if I'm walking around and it's like it's a visual stimulation. It does something where it's like it takes some of the boredom out because now you're changing the scenes up a little bit. It's not the same background. Like if you're just standing here the whole time like this, it's like, okay, well, you know what I mean? That's how it is. I feel like I have to keep moving because I don't feel like myself, maybe I doubt myself. Maybe I think I'm kind of boring in a way. So I feel like the only way to take away some of that boring vibe out of my content is me to walk around, because otherwise maybe I put people to sleep while I'm just standing in one spot. You know what I mean? Plus I can't sit still. I cannot sit still. I gotta keep walking. And that's one reason why the only reason why I like having a bigger home is because I can walk and walk, especially in the wintertime when it's freezing balls out there. I can walk, get my steps, keep walking. I don't know. I was able to afford that at one time, but cannot afford it now. But I'm still here because I don't know. Because maybe I'm stupid. Like somebody like if somebody like had the financial situation I had and they were living here, I think normally people wouldn't even spend money on that stuff. They'd be like, I think people have a threshold of how much they can have saved away before they feel like they have to tighten down and watch what they spend. With me, I don't think I have much of that. I could probably have, $4,000 or $5,000 left in my savings and checking, right? And still try to squeeze every last bit of it out on getting something. And maybe sometimes I do impulse buying, and I'll be down to like, oh shit, I got $100 left. Now how am I gonna make things work? And then I start. This is the kind of stuff that I've put myself into in the recent year, where I guess I have that. What do you call it? I guess I'm used to a certain way, and then it's like I don't realize how much financial damage that I'm doing by spending more than I should, because then I'm overextending myself. And when you start to live off your savings, because this is what I've been doing lately, I'm just being transparent. I'm not trying to whine or anything, but my income, money coming in is less than what's going out in bills. So every month, my retirement, I have to take some out of there, and I'm getting penalized every time I do that. It's 10% on top of the taxes, and I'm pulling money out of stocks every now and then, just to get money and move it around. So I'm living off my savings, and it's shrinking fast. And it's not where I have so much money that I can live comfortably off my savings. No, I'm living to the point where I might make it maybe another year if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, another year. So, and that's being on the tight side. I'm talking. That's just my savings. If I didn't have my savings, I'd be screwed. I'd be screwed with the mortgage and the car payments and everything. I'd be screwed. I would literally be screwed. I have to make what I have stretch. And what I have left, something most people make in a year easily. So that gives you an idea of how dumb I am right now. Like, I have no business buying that stuff that I bought. But I guess because a part of me is like, well, what other choice do I have? I'm not working with anybody. I'm not putting my family at risk for any kind of diseases that can take their lives. And there's a return policy on that stuff. So if it doesn't work out, I bring it back. So what? I lose what? $20, $30 in shipping, because I have to pay shipping to ship it back. Unless it's defective, then I don't have to worry about it. But it's not defective, obviously. So I know maybe I have some dumb plans, but what would you do? What would you do in your situation where you're making good money, right? Say like for me, it was back in 2016 and 17. That's when my life was pretty well, and even leading up to that, it's just that was my peak. I think 2016 was the peak of my success. And everything was good before that as well. It's just, I mean, I felt like that was just one of the best years. And that everything is from, you know what I mean? So what would you do? You probably wouldn't be, maybe I'm being a little irresponsible. Maybe, you know? I got car payments down. Like I'm trying to get rid of a car, and I'm afraid to get scammed because I'm afraid someone's going to scam me. Like I have a car I don't need, and I have a car that's sitting there that now is basically in the interest of my friend. And he's like, he wants to buy it, but my asking price is a little above what he's willing to pay. But I want to sell it and not have a loss, you know what I mean? And not owe the bank anything. So I'm trying to sell it above what you know what I mean? When you have a bank loan on something, we have a car loan, you try to sell something above what you owe so that you don't have to like pay back an accelerated loan. Because if I were to sell it lower than what I owe on it, then the bank's gonna want an accelerated payment back, because then there's no collateral, because then the title of the car was collateral. So that's why, and the only way it's going to be, I guess that's going to happen, is maybe a few car payments down the road, but still, it's, you know, it's how it is. But I want to go take you guys places and have fun. But like I said, ever since I sold the house, and then here we are again, because they almost destroyed it. People that were doing the lease purchase here, you know, I did that back in July. I've made a commitment to be as transparent with all of you as I can, you know, within reason, within comfort, because, you know, we don't lay everything out there online. Otherwise I might as well just, you know, take everything off, you know, take this off, everything in this, feel as vulnerable as I can, you know. But that's the way it is, and some people may not like it, and it doesn't matter. All that matters is family. And if I have to make these sacrifices for family, that's just me. And you guys mean a lot. You guys are like family out here. So you guys have a really good position with me. You mean a lot. Yeah, I know there's a few people out here that may have, may not have the best intentions, may like to try to trigger me, like, say, oh, you're always complaining about finances, you're always complaining about this. Well, today, I don't look at this complaining. I look at this me just opening the door to my life and letting you in and letting you see things from my point and letting you understand what I'm going through. And yeah, when somebody breaks into your car and takes your stuff, that's a financial situation. That's a loss. And I don't think I could just do a video or a live stream and not bring that up, because that's something that just happened and it's very significant, and it's relating to content that I was going to share with you guys that's on a camera that's now stolen. And that content that I mean, I drove over an hour and a half to go where I needed to be to do this, and all that footage is gone, and the camera's gone, and the broken window, which is going to cost money to fix. And then if I file this claim for the stuff that's stolen, like, it's either my homeowners is going to do that, and then the auto policy takes care of the window, or do I just have to take this out of my savings? And so I don't have a surge in my insurance. Because you know what happens when you file a claim with your car insurance or your homeowner's insurance? The rates go up. You know they do. Then you got to deal with the long-term rate increases, and that probably going to cost you more. It's like you end up paying more in the long run, if you look at it that way. If I get my stuff back, then I don't pay more in the long run. If I get my stuff back, then it's great. I'm hoping it's going to get recovered. I got the Tesla cam footage. I got the evidence. I got what I need. I got what I need to substantiate my claim. The police report substantiates that as well. And that also helps find whoever it is. Anybody knows anything. I'm sure, one way or another, if it's like this, if my stuff gets recovered, I'm not filing a claim on the window. I'm just going to take it out of my banking and have it done, so I don't increase my rates. But if my stuff doesn't get found, then I'm going to have to file a claim, because the amount of value of that stuff, I don't think is going to equate to a policy increase, because we're talking over $4,000, about $5,000 in equipment. So I look at it that way. That if I cannot recover that, then I have to file a claim, because I'd be dumb not to, because it would cost me more to replace it. But a window, if I can get it, it done for $300-400, and not the $1,200 quotes that I had too. If I get it done at that price, I think I'll eat up that amount and try to avoid an increase in the insurance. That's if everything else falls into place. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What's the chances you think I'll recover my shit? Like, what do you think's gonna? You think I'm gonna get it back? Is there any hope? I mean, they have footage. I had the footage from the Tesla cam, so that I sent it to my. I sent it onto my phone, airdropped it, and then they got it. So, do you think there's a chance that I might get my stuff back? Let me know in the chat. Do you think I might get the shit back? I mean, it's a lot of damn money into it. Like, will I get it back? Will I get it back? Just stop to say hello. How you doing, Susan? Hey, Joseph. How you doing? Dawn, how you doing? Osvaldo, how you doing? Rachel, what's going on? Tina G. Hey, quick hello before I start driving. Yeah, well, when I'm driving my Tesla, this is what I got to deal with now. I got to deal with driving with that. I got to deal with driving with a broken glass. There's nothing in here now. This is what I got to deal with driving. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I got to deal with. But at least I have transportation, because there's some people that don't even have transportation. You know what I mean? So I really, there's people that don't even have cameras. So I feel like I really have no reason to complain, because I'm still healthy, I'm still alive. Life is precious. That's the most important thing, right? I mean, I bought the camera, how many years ago? How much use did I get out of it? I had a lot of use out of it. So should I really complain so much? I mean, it's been so long, a lot of stuff that you have, it may have a 4 or 5 year lifespan before problems start happening anyway. Plus if like I said, for photography and my other jobs, it's it's pretty much it's at the end of its lifespan technically on a I guess on a business asset kind of side of things. So is it like, I don't know. That's how I look at it. I mean, why should I complain, right? I guess it's just. I think it's the what do you call it? It's the principle of the thing. It's the fact that somebody disrespects your property. It's the fact that somebody violates your personal space. They take something that's not theirs. It's yours, and you work hard for something, and they take it away. I think it's that really just gets you more than anything. Because everything else is materialistic. I can give a rat's ass. I'd be happy if I was just still alive, if I was living in a damn tent. I don't need all this. I don't want all this. At one time in my life, I wanted a house like this because I was gonna have like 5 or 6 kids. I was gonna be married. There was so many plans I had, and I wanted to share this home with a big family. And I had, just all these hopes and dreams, and I was working so hard at making those happen on so many levels. Pandemic happened, and my trust issues got in the way, and so things didn't work out with relationships, and I was like, what am I gonna do? But yeah, this home was supposed to, this was supposed to be a big family home where we were gonna be like the family on the block, where the kids come here and gather because like, oh, this is the cool place. They got like 5 kids in their family. It's like everybody's gonna know me as the parent that the fun family. With the bounce house and the trampoline and all the fun things. Just all that was me at one time, because we had that. We had that at one time when my kids were little, and I was gonna have more. I was gonna have more. And I was gonna provide this home for them. That was my plan. That was the big ultimate plan. But when that didn't happen, it was like, I don't need this place. It's too big. Downsized. Don't need it. Can't afford it now anyway. So that's what happened. So here I am. Ditto, Bobby. Me, 10. Yeah, it's like life is important, right? Family's the most important thing. It doesn't matter where I am with my family. It doesn't really matter. Matter of fact, I think the simplicity in life is so much more relaxing. It's like having all this to worry about, the obligations, the taxes, the mortgage, car payments, all these things. It's like it's a stressor when you don't have enough income to substantiate or hold up everything, and that all you're doing is depleting your savings, and it's not going to last forever. With inflation, like the value of your money in your savings in your IRA goes down each year, unless you're invested fully in stocks, right? But then you can't pay your bills with money until you liquidate the stocks. You got to sell. So, yeah, a simple life, being in just a little cozy little clown cottage, maybe. Just live in a clown cottage. Live in a little small cozy place where you don't have all this overhead. You don't have all these stressors. You don't have all these financial worries about, you don't have to worry about big taxes and the big bills and utilities being expensive, the heat and cool a place this size. All these things. You don't have to worry because you're like, it's a simple life. You're living in a small place. You don't need much to heat it. You don't need much to cool it. It's like very simplified. That's what I need. I don't need this big. I don't have any kids anymore. My kids are all adults and grown up, and they're moving in different places. And one's married, and they don't even live here. They live out of another town. So, and I got one that wants to move maybe to Cali or somewhere south. I'm not sure exactly. I'd rather not get into that, but there's a lot happening. But you guys are here, and that's what's amazing. So when I hopefully get my camera back, because I try to be hopeful, because I have footage on there. And at this point, to be honest with you, I think I'm more stressed about the footage than I am the freaking camera. Because I have another camera. I have a backup one. It's not as nice, but I cannot do live streams with it like I do the other one. But it's not like I'm going to be sitting down doing live streams like I have been, because I can't sit still. I'm more upset. Well, I guess maybe I am upset about the money too, but I'm upset because of the time and driving, and I finally had good content, like some good stuff to put on this channel instead of like me walking around talking about what I'm talking about now. I had real good shit, and this is better than Cheech and Chong stuff. You know, it's like, hey, what are you gonna do, man? I got no stuff now, man. You know, so what the hell? You know, it's like I'm punished. I'm punished because you know what I was thinking? I was like, man, what if my battery dies in the middle of this and then I can't capture anything? But I never thought of like, what if my camera gets stolen with the memory card still in the camera? Yeah. So we will. I will, if I have to, I will go back again with my other camera, which is a smaller one, and I will record everything all over again. And then when I go for my walk, guess what? Camera's gonna go with me because it's a little smaller, so it's not like I don't have to worry about walking with it. The other camera, it's like I didn't want to go doing my walking and jogging with it toting around a big camera like that, you know. And even because it was in a camera bag, it's just I like to have my hands free. That's just me. I don't like if I don't want to carry something if I'm not going to use it at the time. So I was like, well, I'm not going to use the camera when I'm doing my jogging and walking in the park. I'm just going to leave it in the car. And it's a really nice park too. It's not like a shady area where you think someone's like, oh, you don't trust it. Plus, I have I have a Tesla with a Tesla cam. I don't think anybody's going to mess with a Tesla cam. I think it'd be stupid. So who would break in your car that if you have a Tesla and when people know that, oh, there's Tesla cams? Somebody who doesn't give a rat's behind, or somebody who doesn't know what a Tesla is, or someone who's not thinking straight. Because hey, I'll tell you what, people sometimes they don't think. They're all about action. They just do something and don't even think. You know, just steal someone's stuff, don't even think about it. I don't know. All right, so should I go walk around here and see if there's any kind of paranormal energy, or are we past this? You know, are we like, Bobby, give it up? The gig's up. We know your house is not haunted. Is this what it's going to come to? Because it is haunted. I'm telling you right now, this place is haunted to some extent. I feel like there's something here. There's an energy here. And I have a friend, Tina, who was here, and she can vouch for that. She knows there's something in this house. We've heard stuff. We've seen stuff. But, you know, you have some that are going to doubt. And for those who are doubters, I'm sorry you don't believe it, but I legit have a haunted place. And I tried to sell it. And it's weird. It's like, here I am again. I'm back here again. Like, it's almost like there's some energy that's forcing me to stay here. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of energy. Is it a good spirit? Is it a bad spirit? Is it something that doesn't want me gone? Did all these things happen to keep me here? It's almost like, do I really want to fight against this force? Do I really want to challenge whatever kind of energy it is that's like, hey, Bobby, you are staying here. Don't even dare try to sell the house again. You know, there's a little hesitation for me selling because of the situation that happened in the first place. And just the emotional stress of trying to move and do all that during the holidays, because, you know, I just want to settle down and be with family and not have to be like moving around here or there, or dealing with all that. I just want to have the time. So I feel like anything that's to do with the house, I'm going to do it in the spring to summer, like after the holidays are over. So it's putting everything on delay. You know, I did get some offers, but they were kind of not, I don't know. I feel like they could be better. And plus, it's just bad timing right now. It is really bad timing. I need offers that are going to get me, you know, out of the upside down world, which, you know what that means when you have a home mortgage loan. You want to have an offer that you can walk away without owing the bank anything, because some people try to lowball you, you know. People get wind about termites. People get wind about this. I'm telling you, it affects selling the house. It really does. And you have to disclose those things. So I can't be dishonest and say, oh, there was never termites when we had a situation happen. So yes, this is making it a little bit harder to sell because of what happened. And that's what I'm dealing with. On top of that, I'm like, wait till the summer, wait till the spring. Housing market probably maybe picks back up a little bit. But, you know, I feel like even right now, the pandemic's probably bringing the value of homes up, and even used cars, you know. Because I might I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know, one would say, well, how can you afford all those credit card payments if, you know, because I don't know. Some people think that I just live this life where I don't have any financial worries and that I don't work and all that. But man, when I look in the mirror and I see stress in my eyes, and I'm like, wonder what kind of world this particular person's from that they think that I can do all, you know, like that I don't have to work and everything. The reality is that I have to, because I can pay the credit card bills because I'm taking everything out of my savings to pay everything every month, and it's only just melting away. When there's no savings left, then I won't be able to pay the credit card bills, and then when that time comes, then my credit's going to be destroyed. But if I have to get on OnlyFans and start pimping myself on there, I'll do it. You know, yeah, probably not. Maybe I won't do that. That's not within my moral compass. Plus, I'm too what do you call it? Modest. Yeah, I would never do that. But thought I would say it just for fun, because I know some people actually would do that. But yeah, I couldn't go down that road. Couldn't go down that road. I'll just file chapter 13, and yes, I have to just take a I guess a loss and a hit on my credit. But like I said, life is short. Make the best of life. Don't let it ruin you. Like, don't let your financial situation ruin your health. Don't be so stressed. Don't do the things that I've done, because I'm being irresponsible. But the reason why I'm taking these big risky investments, which I'm really, is it really risky when there's a return policy? I can just bring the shit back. It's not like, you know, seriously, I can bring it back. If I don't make any money doing music, I can bring the shit back. It's not like I can't, you know. It's just that I should be finding other ways to make revenue instead of watching my savings deplete every month. I should be doing something else. If running my business is not working, then I should do something else. And I'm not lazy. I have so much energy. I can't sit still. I just don't want to work around people. I don't want to expose my family to something that could take their lives away. I don't want to be that person, because family is the most important thing. And that's the only thing keeping me from working in the public. I just won't do it. So if I cannot make money at home, in the safety of being at home, through online sources, through making music online, if I cannot do all that at home, then I'm at the mercy of, you know, whatever greater power there is, you know, because I'm not, you know, I'll be homeless before I put my family at risk. And that's the damn truth. That's God's honest truth. And I'm not talking out my ass. I will lose it all to save my family, because I don't give a shit about anything but my family. It's my family and those important people in my life, my friends, you know, people that I know personally, that I have an emotional connection to. Those people mean a lot to me. I mean, you guys, I'm not saying you guys don't mean anything. It's just like, I'm talking like family. You guys understand how it is with family. Like, you would just do anything for your family. You would jump in front of a bus and a bullet. You know, you would risk your life. You would take your, you know, you would just take the biggest chances for your family. If it was like, you have a choice between this and that, you're going to do whatever it is that's best for your family. That's me. So I'm going to do what I can. And I want to entertain you guys, and I want to bring you guys along with me on this Rolling With Me channel. And we're going to have another channel for music. I will share my music. What I'm going to do with the music, I'm going to start doing a memberships area, like Rolling With Me members area for music, so that if you want to have MP3 music of like whatever you want to request, I'll put a song together and you can have access to it in a special members area, or maybe a Patreon for that. I could do a Patreon for music. These are just ways to try to find a way to make money doing music. Like, I think Patreon's a good way to start, you know, but first I have to perfect my skills. I have to, you know, I want to make sure that I'm on top of that before I start putting it out there for the market, you know, before I start selling, you know, because I do want to have iTunes going. I do want to have stuff on iTunes. and I want to be able to offer you guys, first dibs on the music at a cheaper price than what it would be on iTunes. So, like a exclusive members area, exclusive Patreon area for maybe a special link for a release that I might have every week or something. I'll figure it out. Like, I'm determined to make this work. The fact that I took such a leap of faith and I just jumped on this whole thing, it means that I must be serious about this whole music thing. I must be serious. And I think my motivation is because of my daughter. She's very talented and she can sing so good. And I think that really inside me, that thought in my head is like, you know what? My daughter has this talent. She can make so much of her life. She could be, so well off, not have no financial worries because her talents can pay her way throughout her whole life. She's got it made. And I'm much older, but I feel like it's not too late for me to do this now, even though I should have done this when I was in my 20s. I feel like I do have a chance at the same kind of success that my daughter could have with her talents. So why not apply that music talent that I have? Right? What do you think? If you have a talent, embrace it. Don't let go of it. Don't let it get sour. Don't let it get old. Have fun with it. Do something with it. And if you can find a way to make money and provide a lifestyle for your family, do it. Because I'll tell you what, I'm not a lazy person. I cannot sit still for a damn thing. And look at me, I'm 50 years old, and people think I'm much younger. They think because I'm in shape. Like, when you're lazy, you're not in shape because you just don't have the energy to do anything. Like, I just can't sit still. I gotta constantly walk. I lift weights. I work out. I jog. If I was lazy, I wouldn't do all those things. Like, oh, I can't. I'm too lazy. I'm not lifting weights. I'm too lazy. I'm not walking. I'm too lazy. I'm gonna sit down and do a live stream. Oh, look at me. I can't sit still for crap. That's a sign that I'm not lazy at all. So with that said, I just keep moving. Matter of fact, I think I use more energy working for myself, running my own business, than I do if I were to work for a company, because I feel like working for someone, you feel restricted. You can't just do your jogs or your walks when you want. You got to be confined, especially if it's in retail, and a certain kind of retail or profession where you have to be in one place, and you can't walk around or run around or jog or work out whenever you want or do whatever you want when you want. It's kind of like the lack of having control of your life, because then now someone else has control of your life. You have a boss that tells you what to do and when to do things. And your body, works on its own schedule. Your body works on its own circadian rhythm. Everything about your body is unique to yourself. And my body is used to me doing things on my terms, on my time, in my way. And so with that said, it's kind of hard to just change that kind of schedule that my body has, that whole, like, getting up a certain time. There's a lot of things that change when you get into a certain routine. Like, I don't even know half the time what day of the week it is. And you know why? It's because I don't have a specific schedule, like, 9 to 5, you got to do this, or 7 to 3, this and that. No, because I work at my pace and I make it work for the benefit of my health and the safety of my family. So, I do things that are for the decision of my health. And so that's how it is. If I'm around and I'm healthy and I'm strong, I'm there to protect my family. I'm there to provide. I'm there to keep my family safe. And I'm there to make sure that, I guide them in the right direction. And when it comes to, I have a large family. I have, like I said, family members who are vulnerable. They can, they catch even the common colds. They could be in the hospital. So I got to do what I can to keep everybody safe. You know what I mean? That's me. We got Abraham out here. Diane, what's going on? Joshua, what's happening? Rachel, if you guys want me to make more content with Tina, let me know. Remember when Tina was here, we did some content. And I have some more content that I recorded with Tina. I just haven't uploaded it yet, but I do have it when she was here. Like I said, life gets in the way. I'm a busy person. I'm a very busy guy. Very, very busy. I'm finding less time for YouTube right now, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to have time for YouTube once I get some of my my affairs straightened out, like business things straightened up. It's just that I've been very busy on a lot of things, and right now the stock market, it's a hot item right now. Like I said, my retirement, I'm trying to build my retirement up by investing in some stocks, but I had to sell some stocks to liquidate some cash and transfer some cash to take care of some bills. So, but it doesn't mean I sold everything, but trying to do what I can reasonably. That is, we all have our responsibilities in life, right? I just feel like that I don't have that, what do you call it? I don't know. I feel like people have bigger reserves. I feel like nobody would run their bank account as low as I have right now and not be out there working in the general public trying to like grind to make money. Because like I said, money's not everything. It's family's everything. And I'm not risking their lives because I go out there. I have confidence in myself. If I apply myself with my business, with my talents, I feel like that I can at least get by for now, and then I know that things will work out in the future. It's the only thing I got. It's the only thing I got. Just gotta be positive, right? For the sake of my family, and for the sake of this YouTube channel, so that we can get back to the way it was. Do you guys like the way it was last year? And be honest with me. Do you really like the content I was doing last year with me running around the house, yelling ghosts and doing spirit box sessions? Let me know, because if you want that, hey, I'll go right back to doing that if that's what you want. I might not like it as much because I don't want to draw that kind of attention here, because I feel like when I start to try to communicate to spirits, it becomes a cycle, or then more things happen, and then it becomes a matter of whether you believe it or not, and then you're looking at the content like thinking, here we go again, him and his fake bullshit haunted house videos. And why do I think that? Because I feel like there's so many skeptics out there. As soon as you try to share something paranormal, you're gonna have somebody trying to start something about it. And so I think I think ahead. I anticipate what someone's gonna say before they say it. I think it's my defense mechanism. It's like, okay, I'm gonna beat you to the point. You're gonna say this, and so I already know you're gonna say it, so I'm also say it before you say it. So it's like, and then I think debunkers will try to attack the channel even more. Do we need all that? I could just post content of me cooking, like cooking food and doing stuff like that. Exploring places outside, like this place I just went to. I took a step in a different direction and went exploring, and it was really cool. I went to some places that have some history behind it, and places that are known to be haunted as well, which is another thing. It's like, you guys want that stuff too, right? And I wanted to make sure that I went somewhere that was known to be haunted. And I want to make sure I have that footage, because when you go into certain parts of like Pennsylvania, I'm going to tell you what, there are some really haunted places out. I'm not going to mention what part of Pennsylvania, because stalker reasons. And also in North Carolina, there are some really interesting places of interest. So let me not paint a map, but let me just say that what's on that camera is very interesting stuff, and I hope that I have that recovered. So you guys, I have some stuff on my iPhone, but it was kind of me, kind of after the fact, when I'm in the area, kind of going around people, where not like I'm right up in front of people, but I'm in the eyesight of people, but still far away. You know what I'm saying? Where I felt like it would be weird to have a big camera, because I try to use that when there's less people around. Use my iPhone because it's like it's inconspicuous. It's like really small. People see you on an iPhone, it's like more acceptable. When you got a camera that yells like news, content creator, YouTuber, it yells so many different things. When you have a phone, it's like, well, everybody's got phones these days. Everybody's recording videos on their phones. When you have something that big like that camera, it draws attention. I'm telling you, it draws attention, because it's not common for everybody to walk around with a used-ass camera, a giant camera like that. It's just not common. Unless you're like at a YouTube event and there's all YouTube content creators there, then that's common. But not in your everyday walking around and exploring certain places. People with their smartphones, that's the most common thing. I try not to stand out too much, try not to get too much attention. I think it's just awkward. JD Foster's out here. Josh Segal, what's going on? You got Matthew out here. Christopher, skeptics who never challenge their own beliefs are fools. There you go. Yes, Bobby, that would be awesome if you record more stuff with Tina. Absolutely, Rachel. I would love to do that. I'll have to make some arrangements again. Maybe Tina can come back again. We have some unfinished business for content to do. And, you know, like I said, it was just a lot of things were happening with Halloween. And I took a big leap with investing in music equipment to hope to make a bigger investment, you know, make a bigger return on that investment. And the clock is ticking away. I got to make sure that if it doesn't work out, I have it all boxed up and I could ship it right back and get the refund. You know what I mean? That's why I don't buy used when I do these kinds of things, because you don't get a chance to. There's no return policy on used stuff. You get something new from a store that has a good return policy. And I'm also one of those, like, you know, you have the VIP and rewards members, and if you're a member, you know that you have your return policy is extended, and there's other benefits. So there's a lot to consider, considering that I have business relationships with some of these biggest companies out there. You know, Sweetwater being one of them, BH Photo being another one, Guitar, you know, there's all these different places out there. A lot of these companies I have professional relationship with. So yeah, it's cool. It really is. But that's how it is. That's how it goes. So yeah, there was some company that was, where is it, out in Florida, Miami, Florida, that I did a lot of purchasing from. So yeah, that place out there. I don't know if I really want to put the name of the company where I got the musical equipment, but like I said, it's somewhere in Florida. Decided to, like I said, take that advantage. If it doesn't work out, I ship it back to Florida. It's like, okay, Florida, it's going to go right back to Miami. That's where it's going to go. Miami. That's where it came from. You know, ship it back out there. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see who else is out here. Thieves eventually get caught, and then they try to steal it. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But this is not a clickbait live stream. This is for real shit. My freaking Tesla that somebody smashed the window. Somebody tried to smash the windshield first, because it's like it's marks on it. There's marks on the windshield, and it's covered in. It's like freaking, what a mess. This is not clickbait. This is like the legit. This is legit. I'm not screwing with you. There's no glass in here. I'm not playing. I'm not making a fool out of anybody. This is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. Somebody took advantage of the situation. They thought they're going to be like clever. You know, you got tinted windows. You don't think anybody's going to, you know, see anything. You never think, oh, they're going to look through the seat. Yeah, that's what happens. You know, whoa, my mistake, right? My mistake. Leaving that damn thing like that, you know, I should have put it in the trunk. Thing is, this is the problem. When you are so obsessed with getting steps that you're not thinking straight, that you leave your expensive camera bag in the freaking passenger seat, like it's buckled in like a child. You leave it in there and you go for your walk because you got to get your steps. You're so addicted to walking. You're so addicted to jogging. You bring your water bottle. You do your walking and your jogging. And you don't think that you're going to come back to a smashed window and a missing camera and a missing freaking sequencer. Yeah, this happens. You know, it's just your everyday thing these days, right? You know, close to the holidays. People like opportunists. Well, we're going to just steal because we want to have stuff for free. You know, it's the holiday season. Like the Grinches out there. You know, yeah, we're going to steal everything. Yeah, like, come on. Seriously. So I don't know if the person, like I said, I'm not that popular on YouTube. So the likelihood of the person who broke into my Tesla, the likelihood of them watching my content is very slim. But if for some reason, for any chance that they happen to search anything that has to do with a Tesla out of curiosity, I'm sure my video might surface. And if it does, because maybe they'll be like, oh, Tesla cam, let me go see if I made any Tesla cam footage when I stole something out of their car. And if they happen to search anything that involves a Tesla cam, there's a possibility this video might pop up or this live stream. And if that is the case, the person, you're a butthole, and I hope karma gets you. Um, but I'm going to be the better guy, and I think that you need to start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You need to start praying. Maybe you need a religion to believe in. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but you need something to guide you in the right direction. And I pray for you. And I just wish that you just give me my stuff back. I need my footage, and that's it. Let's just move on. Yeah, and pay for the damages, because you did it. You caused it. So, yeah. That's me I think I'm being fairly reasonable. I don't think I'm being hostile. I think that I think I'm pretty much staying in control of my behavior. My emotions are pretty much in check. I feel like that I'm being the better person, right? I'm not letting my emotions get the best of me. I'm not out of control. I'm not violent right now. I'm not like full of rage. I'm not like angry, like to the point where I'm just throwing stuff around in a rage. No, I'm not. I'm calm, cool, and collective. I need to do that for my family, and I need to do that for you guys. You guys deserve good. You don't deserve me just like bitching about everything. What you see is a good version of me complaining about stuff. This is not like an angry version of me dumping it all on everybody. I don't expect anyone to feel sorry for me. I don't expect anyone to do anything to try to comfort me, financially. I'm not asking for any handouts. I am not that kind of person. Like, there's other people out there in the world that need stuff more than I need it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not materialistic. If this all just gets taken away by the bank and foreclosure and cars are repossessed, you know what? The bottom line is I got my health, I got my life. Whatever money I had left, I don't know if they would seize that. I don't know, would they seize my bank accounts? Would there be levies on the accounts? If not, I guess worry about that when it gets to that point. But I got enough food stocked up in the freezers. I got enough food to hold me off. Plus, I know how to live off the land. If I have to, I will live off the land, because I feel like we get so dependent on society. We get so dependent on modern technology that we wouldn't be able to survive without it. But I feel like I would go in survival mode, and I would do what I have to. And I feel like my family would never let it happen to me, but would never want to ask for anything. Like, I would never, I'm so used to giving to people. I'm so used to giving, that's just my heart. Whenever there's a chance to give, I give. I don't like to take, I like to give. But I've been taken advantage of for giving. That's just how it is. So that's how I am. So here we are. Me being calm, cool, collective. I just want my footage back so that I can share that stuff with you. It's some crazy stuff. Some damn idiot taking my damn freaking like, really? Look, I haven't even shaved. Look, I look like a freaking bum. You know what? And I don't care. My hair looks crazy. My head looks like it shrunk. I cut my hair. And I did this for Halloween because I was doing the Terminator thing, but then I kind of cut too much. And there's a story behind that, okay? All right, I have a family member who had to shave their hair bald. And I felt like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. But I'm not going to get into personal reasons why they had to do that. But I'm just saying, it hit me, and I'm like, well, I'm going to shave my hair. And this is like what I did. But part of it's like, I wanted to cut my hair to do the Terminator for Halloween. But the Terminator's hair is not this damn short. Terminator's hair is not. It's kind of like the way I had it back a few months ago. That's how it was. The way I had it a few months ago. But this is overkill. But, that's just me. It's like if someone in my family is suffering, sometimes I feel like I gotta inflict pain on myself because I want to suffer with them. I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong thing. Maybe I shouldn't be that way, but it's how I am. It's like I don't want to feel like, I don't know. If someone has it bad, I feel like I need to experience their pain because I don't want to be on the better end of it. because that's how much I have a love and compassion for my family, that I'd rather be the person to deal with it than them. So I put myself, sometimes I actually, there's things where I'll just purposely make myself miserable when something like that happens. Like I won't eat anything that I like. I'll eat stuff even though it's healthy. I'll just like, I don't know. I'll just do things that I don't like doing, that don't make me happy, because I don't want to feel guilty. Because I don't want to be having fun knowing that they're not feeling well, or they're feeling pain or uncertainties happening. And I just get in an emotional state of mind where it's like, oh, almost dropped my iPhone. Where I feel like I'd be guilty if I was just like, life was going on. I feel like everything stops for my family. Time freezes for my family. Things don't go on. If something's going down, if something's going on, everything stops. Everything just freezes, and I deal with it there. I just don't let life go on. That's not how I am. I try to do the best I can to make my family happy and comfortable, you know. That's all you can do. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. Don't stress, not healthy for you sometimes. Absolutely. We got Spirit Rabbit out here, JD, Abraham, Rosie. But hey, look, no stress. Positive, being positive here, guys. Being positive. This is how I look at it. I'm trying to share with you my heart, how I feel about family, and how I feel about what happened. Like, stuff was stolen from me. A car was damaged. But should I be so mad? I feel like I don't deserve to have this home. I feel like I don't deserve to have the cars. And the only reason why I don't deserve to have them is because I feel like my family deserves this stuff, not me. I feel like, this place was purchased for me and a family. That it was going to be all of our place. That was the whole reason behind this. And the cars, that was my escape and my way to, pretty much enjoy some of the hobbies, which I do have costly hobbies. I've always been into cars. It's just part of who I am. And I was able to be in that position back then to do that. So I did that. But I look at it this way. If I didn't have any mortgages or obligations or loans, and I was in a good financial position, you know what I would do? I'd give everything to my family. Everything. Every fucking thing. Cars, you name it. And I would just, all I would want is just something to get me around. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I had a taste of what it was like to have what I wanted, and I really don't like it anymore. I never let it go to my head. I always dressed like this. I never dressed fancy. I never had expectations to be treated like anybody special. I don't wear any, now is not a good example because I'm like struggling big time financially, but even when I was doing well, you don't see no change in how I dressed. And this is pretty much me. You don't see me wearing fancy clothes, stylish clothes, stuff that, people who have money wear. No. And I very, very, very seldom ever even drive any nice cars around. They stayed in the garage because I was afraid to get them dirty because I knew they cost me so much money, to the point where, I just was afraid. It's like, I drove it on a weekend, had fun with it. It was a release because I didn't have any relationship. I didn't have any woman. And so having a car like the ones that I have, like one of them anyway, it was like, that was an extension of me. That was like, I guess my forever youth. Like, I know we age when we get older, but does a machine ever get older? Yeah, but does it ever like age in a way? Not really. I mean, it gets older, but like robots can live on forever. I mean, like hundreds of years later, a robot's still there, but we have a lifespan and we live maybe 80 years, 90 years if we're lucky, right? 100 years, like if you're really lucky. So like when you're like, say 75 and You get behind a wheel of a nice, powerful sports car. It makes you feel strong and younger again. Like, wow, man, I'm behind all this power, all this force. Like, just all I gotta do is put my foot down and it just goes. And it's like it's like even being on like a motorcycle or something that's powerful. One of those crotch rockets. It's like you get on there, you go, you just lay the throttle down, and it's like, wow, it feels like you're unstoppable. And it's like, doesn't matter how old you are. It's just like, if you are faced against any kind of physical limitations, whether it's, it's brought on by age, health, or any other issues, it's like machinery. If you get into a fast car or a motorcycle, it's like you feel that power in youth. Like it's like an extension of who you are. And it's like you can accomplish things that your body just can't do by itself. But I'm still at the age and I'm still at the time of my life where I still feel young and I still feel strong and I still feel unstoppable like the Terminator. But then I was still coupling that with a badass car on top of it. So it's like, unstoppable, feeling all my youth, but, single guy, don't have any woman in my life. But hey, you know what? I have to have some kind of car to play with. I have to have a hobby to keep me busy, keep me pacified. Because I'm just used to that, I'm used to the family, I'm used to that kind of connection. So without any of that, I just feel like I have to have something that keeps me preoccupied, it keeps me busy. So working on cars, driving cars like that, I barely drive that car that I have now because I'm trying to sell it, but it was like, I'm afraid to put miles on it because then it's going to bring the value down, you know what I'm saying? But I would drive it like on a weekend for an hour or so. And like, why even have something if I cannot use it every day? Because then I'm afraid to put miles on it. I'm afraid to bring the value down. And I'm like, why even bother? I had my friends come visit me, not too long ago after I told them everything that was going on. And they say, I should make sure I sell at whatever price I get. This, but I said, I want to have a reasonable offer. But they said, yeah, it could get worse in a couple of months. And said, maybe you better try to take any offer you can now because, it might even get worse. But, I guess because I get kind of like, oh, I ain't taking a loss on this. I got to at least break even. I don't want to take a loss. You got to try to at least break out even. But it would be the ultimate plan to come out ahead. That would be even nicer. But that's the whole situation. So yeah, it's just a materialistic thing. It doesn't mean anything. There's no emotional connection to it. It's just a car. The house. There was memories here. So there is some memories, but still, it's just a house. And the intention of this place was to have a big family, and that didn't really happen. So it's overkill. It's overkill, and I don't need overkill. I don't need all this. I feel like my family deserves to have this, but I don't have like a large enough family because it just didn't work out. Just didn't bring in more kids. There was going to be adoption. There was going to be natural, childbirth that was going to happen. There was a lot of plans for a lot of things. Things didn't fall into place. It was a very complicated time in my life. And tried to make the best of things, and challenges come your way, and I just got busy with my profession, my business, and just a lot of things were going on, and I was just all over the place. I had like business in Florida. I was like working on electrical stuff and website stuff, and I kept busy, and the pandemic came by, and I found myself working harder but getting paid less. You know what I mean? You remember how that is? Like you work hard and you feel like you're not getting compensated enough. And I felt like I was working 2 or 3 times harder and getting paid like only 10% of what I was making. And then now I'm only making 1% of what I was making. So that's like that's like ridiculous. But when I started making like 1%, that's when my savings started shrinking every freaking month. It's going down. I'm not like trying to make you feel bad. I'm just being blunt and truthful, and I'm just being honest with you, really. It's just I I don't want any handouts. I don't, I'd rather give. I don't ask for anything. But when it comes to business, that's a different thing. If I have a Patreon, it's because it's business. If I'm asking for Patreon like members, it's because it's a business thing. And like for music, I figure if I can associate music with a Patreon, that's just another way to get it out there. Get the music discovered and earn revenue by doing that. Because it's time that I invest, it's money that I invested, it's a talent that I have, and it may be of use to someone. Someone else's talent could be useful to somebody else on the receiving end. So why not embrace those things and use it for your advantage? So go somewhere in life with that talent you have, make something big of it and enjoy it. And you're gifted with that opportunity. You're gifted with the talent. So take that talent to another level and embrace the talent and enjoy the fruits of your talents, really the fruits of your labor. Because it's going to take time, like if you have a talent, you gotta nourish it. You gotta embrace it. Of course, you've got to strengthen it. You've got to practice. There's things you got to do to build up on it. And when you get to a certain comfort level, like where you think, hey, I got this down pat. I got this. Oh, this is working out fine. I love it. I'm doing well. When you are so confident in that talent you have and you feel like you've reached the point where, okay, I think I'm going to market this now. I think we're at that level. We're going to market this. And once you get there, man, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit, and there's endless opportunities. So am I a fool for investing in that equipment? I kind of fight with that in my mind, because I think it was a foolish decision, because maybe it's a hopeful thing that's never going to pan out, because sometimes I do dream, but I do dream within reality. I don't go out of reality, but maybe sometimes I give my talents more credit than they deserve, because I guess I get encouraged because I have talent that runs in the family. So when I see family members who have talent, I'm like, well, it's in the genes, it's in our blood. Why not? Why not embrace it? You know what I mean? Why not embrace it? So yeah, this may be the most foolish investment I've made so far. Well, since I've been broke, this is probably this is a no-no. When you're tight financially and you're just getting by and your savings is depleting and you're making your credit card payments and it's coming out of your savings, and it's like the income you have each month is not even, your money's disappearing. This is probably not what you should do. This might be the time where maybe you better go find a job somewhere, working for somebody somewhere, wherever it may be. But me, I'm not putting my family at risk working around public, and I feel like there's more potential for making a lot of money when you have a talent. It's just all about, it's a discipline, it's determination, it's getting out there and doing it instead of talking about doing it. It's like doing it. Because you can talk all you want about it, but if you don't do it, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? So the only thing I'm struggling with is that I cannot sit still. So when I'm in here practicing, I feel like I'm stuck in this one place, and this is a struggle I'm dealing with. And this is like the only part of me that has doubt. It's because I can't sit still. Like if I'm standing here and I'm pounding on here, if I'm doing this, right? Or playing the piano, if I'm doing the piano or playing that, now how am I gonna get my exercise if I'm standing in this spot? Do I jog while I'm doing this? Because if I'm jogging, it's gonna take. It's like, I don't see how that works if I'm jogging. See, it's gonna be harder to pound on here. It's gonna be hard to do a lot of things. So I feel like I can't sit still because I have too much damn energy. I have ADHD. I am definitely not lazy, because a lazy person, hey, they would grab a seat right here. They would grab this chair, which this chair is here more for looks than it is for any damn thing else. And they would sit here and look. If there's no way, the keyboard it's way too high. Look at this. I'm I mean? Oh, no, this place is a mess here. I want to straighten it out. I cannot sit at. There's no way. I don't have it in me to sit. If you were to tell me to work in an office somewhere, answering a phone, I would say, no. My health comes before whatever. My exercise. That's how much of an extreme I have when it comes to family. There's so many things that are stacked against me. And I basically have AFib. There's a couple other heart conditions that run in the family. There's been several heart attacks in my family. Okay. There are so many issues going on. And so with that, and I'm thinking, oh God, I'm 50. I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna get my steps every day. I'm gonna get my exercise. I can't like I because the supplements are my life. I take omega 3s. I take all kinds of stuff like zinc, vitamin D3. I take ginger supplements. I take the digestive enzymes that help my body break down because my pancreas have to. And I've been on supplements like for years. I take natural supplements to help reduce my blood pressure on top of my medication. So there's so many things that I'm taking, and it costs hundreds of dollars. I mean, it's probably like $350 to $400 in just stuff that I gotta replenish between every 2 months, 3 months. So it's a lot of supplements, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what's gonna happen when I cannot afford those supplements? Like, what's gonna happen to my health? If you're not there, then how can you be there for your family, which is the most important thing? So you got to be around. You got to take care of your health so you can be there for your family. So that's my big worry. Is like, what's going to happen when I run out of money and I can't buy my supplements anymore? Because I have like auto replenish with Amazon. I get supplements sent when they, every so often when I get a discount. 5%, 10%, 15% on some stuff. So it's like, what am I going to do when it comes to that point where I don't have money to buy supplements where if I didn't take them, I could be in a higher risk for any kind of, just devastating, catastrophic health event. If I have to, but if I that I'd be shipping that stuff right back to the store for my refund and putting it back on the card. That's what I would do. Plus, you know me, I'm stubborn. I'm gonna push hard to turn that investment into money so that it pays for itself. Because that's how damn stubborn I am. That's how serious I am about. Like, that's how committed I am. When you are committed to something, you can make anything happen. You can make miracles happen. You just have to stay committed. You have to focus your energies on that thing that you want to happen in your life. Don't doubt yourself. If you have the potential, you can make it happen. If you want to be successful, you can make it happen. I know we're up against big challenges with what's happening in this world with the pandemic, but bottom line is you can make anything happen if you just try hard enough. In the moment, and I do look ahead a little and I worry about what can happen, try to live for now, and then I say, well, I'll worry about that road when that comes. But sometimes my worries get the best of me. Then I have to get myself back in check, and I say, hey, Bobby, just calm down. You got this. You always seem to have a way to make things work out just when things get really challenging. You find a way to make it work. And with that said, like I said, I will do what I can to make things work out. But in the meantime, I'm going to do what I can to make sure, in the meantime now and in the future, whatever decisions I make is for the best interest of my family and the safety, their health. Because I am not putting them at risk, because my family needs me. And if I'm going around getting exposed to viruses out there, I might as well have just given them the virus, right? I'm not that person. I can't. I'm not going to get into a political debate about what's going on. If you believe in this, if you think it's real, if you think it's a hoax, it's your thing. I'm not here to judge anybody. Everybody has their own opinions. Some people don't even want nothing to do with the vaccines. Some people want nothing to do with anything. People that think it's a joke. Some people know it's real. Some people know it's not. Whatever it may be, whatever your position is on it, that's your position. I just hope that, this is a scary world right now. It's very unpredictable. I'm vaccinated anyway, which I really didn't want to do it because I don't want anything that's not natural in my body, because I'm so synthetic stuff in my body. I don't give a crap because it's for family. It's for a purpose. I'm doing it for someone else. It has nothing to do with me personally. Like if I catch it, like if it's, like when I go somewhere, I self-isolate for at least 10 days to 2 weeks. If I go out of town and I feel like there may be risk, because sometimes you try hard to avoid potential risk or exposure, and you have some dumbass that just ruins it all, and then now the whole clock starts, and now you gotta time it. That's just me. Then I gotta stay away from my family for 2 weeks, and that's just a lot. That hurts when you gotta stay away from your family that long. So that's just the way it is. I gotta find out where my glasses are. So you want to see paranormal here? Comment below. You want to see some haunted shit, paranormal, whatever it is, or we just want to see just me sharing cooking videos or music videos, whatever it may be. Let me know. Be honest with me. Don't tell me what you think I want in truth, like I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys from my heart how I feel about family, how I feel about materialistic things, how I feel about what I have and what the bank owns. Like I said, I'm walking around in a house that's owned by the bank. I got cars that have broken window right now. I got cars that have broken window. Yeah, well, it's car payments on that, right? It's one thing I don't like to do. I'm a very humble person. Just because it may look like I have everything doesn't mean that I own everything outright. You know what I mean? Get what I'm saying? And I've made myself clear about this in the past. Is that my conscience can't let me just walk around, or like I see people do these videos and they're driving their sports cars, their McLarens, and their fancy cars around, and like yeah, they have good content. They're getting a lot of views. But I wonder what people are like. How are they taking it? Like, oh, there's just some rich person just showing off all their fancy cars. With me, I have to justify my actions. Like if I did a car video and I was like doing a how-to video on a Corvette, like something that you consider expensive, but to me, when you compare a Corvette to a McLaren, it's like a totally different price point, right? But still, my point is to deliver content and information to help someone save money and do their own thing with their car, right? So how to install this, how to fix that. I feel like when I right off the bat say, well, I don't own the car, I made it clear that that's not my car, that's my friend's car. I made it clear because I didn't want to take credit for it, and I want to always make sure that the banks got the credit for everything, like so that there wouldn't be any misunderstanding. So I should never come off as I feel there's no gain to flaunt or flex or show something or brag about something or show off anything. There's no gain. The only thing that I feel reason try to steal it from you, like they did with my Tesla. Like they broke the window and stole a camera. Okay? You open yourself up to the possibility of being robbed if you go out there showing off expensive things and that people say, oh wow, you have all this. So I've always made it clear. I've always made it clear from the get-go. Like if you see me walk around in this house, you're seeing me walk around in a house that I have a mortgage on and the bank owns it. And I'm hoping that that's the way it stays and we leave it at that, and we don't do such a thing and think that I'm trying to show off something, because I'm telling you right now, I am not. I have nothing to gain. I have more to lose, because I feel like that opens up a window for people to try to scam me or steal from me. It doesn't do it's not beneficial whatsoever. In no way is it beneficial. And I can't reason why you see me walking around in my home, because I'll be damned if I'm sitting in one place. I can't. I got like ants in my pants. Still, it's not part of me. Especially now where I cannot afford to go to Florida. Even if it's business, I can't. I'm not even and not unless they pay enough to, because I've been doing a lot of reconciling on business expenses and going places, and I'm like, man, I do all this and I barely even get anywhere. It's like when I add it all up, I'm like, wow, just did all that. I was in a certain place, and I'm like, well, if I wasn't there, this wouldn't have happened, and that wouldn't have cost me money. So you see what I'm saying? That's how it is. So yeah, if I'm ever making content walking around in a house that's owned by the bank, I'm walking around cars that are owned by the bank. I don't own shit. The only thing I own is the shirt on the back. I own my own self, and think about that. Um, yeah. So I own my clothes. I own the food in the refrigerator. I own some of the furniture here. Well, some of it's already paid off already. Uh, I'm just being God's honest, straightforward with you guys. Take it like it is, and run with it, guys. Roll with it. Run with it. I have nothing to gain. Nothing to gain if I'm walking around the house. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not even going to mention anything. It's just a few, because I read something, but I haven't read anything since then. They could probably be commenting now, but I told myself, just block them so that you don't have to worry about them anymore, because they're just trying to trigger me. And like, I don't know why people have, why do they want to trigger a kind, caring person like me, someone who puts other people before me, like my family comes before anything. And it's like, I am a genuine, caring person. I'm a good person, a big heart. I would do anything for anybody. Why would anyone want to make me have any kind of negative feeling? Why would anyone try to challenge me emotionally, or try to get a rise or get a reaction that's a negative reaction? Why would anyone want to disrespect me or positive? I don't accept anything less than positive. I don't think I'm asking that much when I say that. You know what I mean? That's what we deserve, right? If we're good people, we deserve to be treated nicely. We don't deserve to be treated like a dog, or a bad dog, that is. Like, we need to be treated nicely. I mean, we're not here on earth, doing anything wrong. We're just trying to live our lives, trying to be the best person that we can be. And so we need to be treated that way. We don't need people being mean to us, saying meanful things, questioning our existence, calling us liars, insulting us, stressing their opinions in a way that kind of it's covered under freedom of speech, and then they don't feel like they have to worry about what they say, because it's not like defamation, because it comes down to it's an opinion, then them trying to pass it off as a fact. But the idea is that when somebody says certain things, it puts ideas in people's heads, and opportunists are out there, and we don't need that kind of thing. Like I said, the content was really good when I was living here. For closer to south, living closer to the south end of, well, near Georgia and Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to map out my whole life for privacy reasons, but it was like I was staying in a small townhome, and it was what it was. You know what I mean? So I had a sense of comfort there, because it wasn't like overkill. It wasn't too much of a home. Other than there was the issue with the mold and the leak, and there was some issues that happened in the neighborhood. Other than that, it was like, it felt less of a target, because I wasn't in a bigger home where people think, oh, you must have some stuff to steal. Like, this bothers me having this, because I feel like it's a liability. But I have all kinds of security cameras, ring cameras. It's a gated community. There's cameras at the entrances, and around here, you got neighbors that shoot first and ask later. They're like, that's how they are. I mean, they're freaking Second Amendment all the way, man. They're like, you hear pow, 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 like somebody got them freaking rifles out there in the back all the time. They're going crazy. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I tell you what, some people around here, they don't let crap happen. So your neighbors looking out for each other, and you got some crazy people that, like I said, it's like they're like little. It's like almost like Rambo out here. I don't know. You got some people that just take the law in their own hands. So, and plus, I put up a good fight. Like I said, I don't let anything happen to my family. If they want a freaking keyboard, I'll throw it at them, as long as they're not going to bother my family. I do have homeowners insurance that covers property. But like I said, what is it? A claim with the credit card company, the bank, and all that. If I lose it, it's like there's serial numbers attached to stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Plus, who knows? I might not even have this stuff. It might be another week and I return all this shit anyway. Because so far I haven't made any money doing music. Because I haven't really, you know, haven't put anything together yet. It's like I said, it's like I have so much on. So being here for, I was in here the other night, trying to master, some music. And after 2 hours, I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. I'm done. I can't just stand in one spot. My whole back was sore. So I was like, I gotta run around. I gotta get exercise. It's like, I have too much energy for this. I can't sit still. I gotta keep moving. What do I need? A damn treadmill? I'm gonna put it up here and put the keyboard on the treadmill. I've got to figure out something. I got to figure out something to balance my time where I can get my exercise, get my steps, and work on music. I've got to figure something out. I've got to balance that time because right now it's hard to do this, and I might end up having to bring it back, but like I don't want to have to go down that road. I don't doubt your talent and your desire to do the music. I just think it's possible that it's going to take a while to actually make any kind of steady money with it. Yes, Amy, I totally agree. I totally agree. And I got 60 days, well, less than 60 days. 60 days minus how many days ago I bought it to return it if and get a full refund, except for not the shipping part. I have to pay shipping. Play it out to see where it goes. If I feel like there's potential after 60 days, I hold on to it and see where it goes. If not, I'm beyond the return policy date. That cannot be returned beyond that, and I'm stuck with credit card payments unless I voluntarily surrender it. And if I do that, I'm not sure how that affects my credit because you can surrender something voluntarily, and then you have to pay. This is the value of it second hand gets applied to your card, and you surrender something on your card. But I'm not going to think that. Let me not think that. Let me just think that this is going to happen. That if I was crazy enough to make this investment, that I'm going to make money with it. And let's leave it at that. So maybe I'll start to go in a direction where I actually have a positive cash flow coming in instead of it being negative every month. I have so much. I only have so much left, I'm not here to disclose my finances. Left before shit's gonna hit the fan if I don't make any extra money. So we'll see what happens. Guys, pray for me. Cross your fingers. All right, I'm praying for myself, okay? Let me know if you want some of my music out there. I'm working on it big time. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you want for content. Damn, I keep dropping, my hand's getting numb. I almost like dropped this phone several times. Knock on wood, I have not been cut off yet because I updated the iOS to iOS 15.1. So badly do I want to get the iPhone 13 Pro Max, but in my world, if it's not something I can make money with, then why buy it? So I can't not invest in money in something that's not going to make me. Roland's Apple Watch. What? My Apple Watch is joining the Wi-Fi. What the hell, my Apple Watch? Oh, by the way, I have 2 broken Apple Watches that I'm going to be selling. And I just found out a company that sells the glass for $16 to fix it. This is just one of them. I have another one in the back room. It's broken, okay? It's cracked glass. All right? It's cracked glass. This one is not a watch repair business. But then I'm going to turn around and sell it on eBay. I'm going to call it a refurbished Apple Watch. It's Apple Watch 5, then I have the 6. Yeah, I think I can make at least something back. I mean, look at it that way. I can make something out of it. Better than nothing, right? Something to think about, right? I mean, perfectly fine, and once it gets the new glass on it, it'll look like new again. It'll look like freaking new. Bobby, I'm always praying for you no matter what. Thank you so much, Rachel. Prayer and numbers, it really does help. Smash that like button. Pastor Rick out there. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is an unusual live stream. Never thought I'd be sharing, like it's a Tesla rule. You have to call it a Tesla because it's almost like, I don't know. It's like calling an iPhone a telephone. You don't call your iPhone a telephone. You call it an iPhone. You call your Android what? An Android? I don't know. It's electronic. It's electric. It's freaking. It's a machine. It's like, look at that. Look at that crap. That's what I got to deal with. Broken Windows stuff because of some idiot. But yeah, what do you classify that as? Think about it. You got a genius who come up with the idea of Tesla. Elon Musk. Is it Tesla? It's going. Look at all the stuff he's got going on. Like I said, when you have a knowledge, when you have an experience, like you have that experience, that talent, you can make magic. You can make miracles happen. You can make dreams come true. It's all about how we go about it and what we do in life, right? I can sit on my ass and hope to make it and never do anything and it's never going to happen, or I go and I just apply myself and make it happen. It would be a win-win situation if I had the opportunity to actually do what I like and get paid for it. That would be the most ultimate thing. I mean, web designing I like, and it's okay, but like making YouTube videos, like all that stuff, if I can do that and get paid for it, that would be amazing. That would change my life in a way. And I'm not talking about like now, so I got like $5 today in YouTube revenue. Like, I'm not talking about like, oh, you get $5. I'm talking about getting really paid, like real money. I'm not talking about like a little bit of money that you put in the piggy bank, pocket change. But yeah, that's what we'll see how that goes, right? Maybe one day this will happen. Sometimes it's when you least expect it, right? You just gotta apply yourself, keep working hard at it, don't give up. Never. Matter of fact, I gotta get my blue blockers on because it's getting late. And if I don't have them on, it's going to cause insomnia. We don't need that. All right. We got 68 people in here. Man, too bad it isn't like 680 people to a couple thousand people, man. Like the good old, you believe that? It was like last year when I did a live stream, we'd have about 2,000 people. 2,000 people in a live stream. We're down to 70 people. Share this live stream. Smash the like button. I mean, I associate with only good people in my life. I hang around people I trust. I hang around good people. I only associate with people that have a good heart, people that I believe in. And I feel like with that kind of energy that I have, with that kind of mindset that I have, I'm surprised that I'm not connecting with more people on social media. Because I'm sure there's got to be other people out there that are like-minded. And I feel like the math doesn't add up. So share this. Let's get some engagement for the YouTube algorithm. Smash the like button. Share it on YouTube. We got to get this channel back together again. It's like Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and got cracked. We need to fix it. We've got to fix it. And I'm going to be using this platform also like other channels. I have other YouTube channels. I have some faceless that was educational. I might transform a couple of those channels into music channels. So there'll be some music content, and I will plug that kind of channel here in videos. I might do a preview to it, like announce it, let you guys become aware of it and see if it'll grow. You know what I'm talking about, like the whole thing that I got going on with this music thing. It's small right now. It's starting out in the beginning. It's just the beginning, and we can make it a big thing. You know what I mean? Hey, Big Action Papa's out here. Is it the phone, or has there been a few bugs? It's literally here. I'll show you. Tina's right here. Look at this. Can you see? Tina's right there. See her? Ha ha ha! You see it right there in the comments, in the chat. That's the only way you're going to see it right now. Unless we reunite again to finish where we left off with some of the content. And we had a plan to go to some places, but things didn't pan out. We had some crappy weather. So the weather kind of ruined some of the opportunities that we had. So it's kind of like we have to have a continuation where we left off so that we can do what we were planning on doing. We did some of the things, but there were some things that were kind of left unfinished. And, when it comes to YouTube content, I want to deliver on my promises. So, there's things that I talked about that we were going to do. Weather got in the way. So we're going to plan for a second shot at it. But I do have some content that we recorded together, which I will upload, but I got distracted because of what happened when getting your Tesla window smashed in and somebody stealing your $4,000 camera plus more stuff, which I say, but the lens was pretty expensive. But when you add it all up, it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's how that is. So we're gonna make the bet. All right, my battery's. All right, guys. Well, you guys are amazing. I'm going to go because my battery's low, and I know that's a sign if I don't go now, I might get cut off, and then it'll be like the endless black stream. So all of you are amazing. I got some good content that I might upload tomorrow, maybe the next day. So be back for that. It's not going to be a live stream. It's not going to be talking about my car getting broken into and smashed. And it's not going to be talking about my investment for my music or the whole money situation, because from this point on, I don't want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about finances. This is kind of like the grand finale of it all. I just want to let it all out at once, let you know how I felt about everything. And that's it. I'm done. I'm not talking about finances anymore. It's really, it doesn't need to be brought up. It's really irrelevant to my content. It's there's no reason, there's no purpose. I just wanted to be as transparent and clear a few things that was going on in my head and let you have a better understanding of why I do the things I do and why I walk around my own home when I make content, because it's like I cannot sit still. A small little bungalow and I'm going to walk around it. It doesn't, it's just me. I can't sit still. Me can't sit still. Got to have a new scene. I can't just be in one room the whole time. I feel isolated. It's bad enough, the pandemic kind of created this sense of isolation to begin with. So it just makes me want to move around even more. It's just me. Ants in my pants, can't sit still, got all this energy. Last thing I am is lazy. I'll tell you what, I just, when someone says, hey, can you do this for me? I'm like, I'm ready for it. I know I'll be the person running out in the rain to take the trash out to the corner. I'll be the person jogging around the neighborhood. I don't give a rat's ass what kind of weather it is. And if it's freaking cold and my muscles get all tight, put on my freaking jacket or, okay. Keep trying to use Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi jersey does not appear to be connected. All right. You still here? The internet went down. So now I'm going to have to end this. The internet went down. Like I said, it's not going to be about finances over here no more. We're done with that. Totally done with that. All right? I let it all out, let you guys know how I feel about it. You guys have an idea. You know where my mind is. You know my reasoning behind things. I'm a very humble person. If I had a choice, if I could just be in one room and not walk around, I would do it. But I cannot sit still for the life of me. I just got to keep moving around. And I know it's not really the best thing. Like when I was staying in the townhome before the whole thing changed, it was hard for me to record content in that one room because I didn't want to have a repeat of somebody casing out the place. But I mean, I can't not undo this. I mean, there was footage of me running around, clowns running around. How it is. You know the kind of footage that was recorded in here, me running around chasing ghosts or talking to ghosts or me just being silly. But, it's like it was already there. It was already out there. So I couldn't sit still. So here we are, that's how it is. So, yeah, very humble. And if you guys ever see me dressed like anything other than this, my way of dressing, I do have specific tank tops that I do wear just for YouTube. That is kind of a confusing thing. I do have those because I get so lost in content when I'm editing, and sometimes I get behind, and I'm behind it by weeks or months, and I go by what shirt I'm wearing. Okay, so I know what what day this was or what time this was. Like, I don't know that this has to go with that based on the shirt that I'm wearing. I made it so much easier that way because sometimes it's hard to track the dates on all the clips because the clips don't always have the dates on them. But yeah, so I have my YouTube tank tops and I have my personal tank tops. You know what I mean? But either way, I'm definitely not dressing fancy. If you run into me when I'm walking on the beach or something or going for a jog, you're not gonna see me wearing no fancy rich person's clothes. And I never wore stuff like that in the past either. Never, ever, never. If I was so worried about like my appearance with like say if you have a lot of money and you're so worried about how you look in the public's eye, I think I would be worried about my teeth. I think I would have my teeth fixed. I think I would have had my teeth addressed. The fact that I didn't do anything to enhance my appearance or dress nicely goes to show you doesn't matter how much money I was making in the past that I didn't flaunt it, that I didn't want to make my teeth perfect. That the only thing I wanted to do was create family memories and do things with family and put money into families. So whatever it was, I was always creating memories and taking my family places and doing things that were fun. And looking back and saying, wow, we had the opportunity to do this, we had the opportunity to do that. And all those things I did in the past, it, it made me broke now. But that's just the way life is. I chose that. I did that because family comes before anything. And anything ever happens to me, I guess I leave behind at least something, The bank's going to own a lot of shit anyway, but I do leave behind some memories. I do leave behind some things. And, I have beneficiaries in the family that get things if anything happens. And no funny ideas right now, like nothing, it's not like they're like that, My family would never try to expedite, you know, my demise just for, their share, whatever I have left. Yeah, it's not the days where I had money. It's like I'm a beneficiary of my IRA. If it's not depleted by the time, you know, that happens, right? At the rate I'm going, like I got a good year left, maybe before I'm like, okay, well, now what? But I'm hopeful. Like I said, I'm hopeful, guys. I promise you, I will not talk about money no more. I had to just, I think it just triggered me like somebody breaking into my car, breaking my window, breaking my personal property, taking stuff that's not theirs. It costs money and it's frustrating. And it's like, it took time to go somewhere to record content and I don't even have it to share with you. And I said that just triggers something. And then I feel like I had to justify everything. And I feel like I had to explain myself. And I don't know why it is. I think it's part of having OCD where you feel like you have to justify everything you do. You have to explain everything. It's going to think a certain way about your actions, so you have to explain everything. I find myself being that person where I have to like everything goes through my mind and my mind's constantly running. I got to explain everything I do. Like there's got to be an answer for every possible question. I got to explain stuff. I'm driving and if I'm working out, I got to explain. This is not mine. It's the bank. So I don't own it. I'm not some rich person that has everything. I got to explain it all. I'm living above my means. I don't deserve this. My family deserves all of it. It was supposed to be a family thing, but that never happened because I have such a big issues and heart and things. That's where I stand. I want to, whether it's with someone that I marry or just a good friend that I spend a lot of time with, whatever it may be. I just want you guys to see me happy. I feel like you deserve to see me happy because I feel like, some of you live vicariously through other YouTube